report, then go to sales. Of course, issue here means sales, right? Sales. So go to sales, then go to sales by customer detail. Go to sales by customer detail. Very, very important. So once you click on sales by customer detail, already you see accounting department, invoice this accounting department, iPhone 14 to quantity was issued, sales price 0. Very fantastic. This is okay, this is wonderful, this is beautiful. Then the next one, for maintenance department, you have the same information, iPhone 14, and you have the quantity that was issued to, which is 3. So altogether giving us 5. So from here you can see the item and the quantity. Then from, let me go to open windows, from transaction by detail, for the profit and loss, you see the account, the value of the cost value, right? So at the end of the month or at the end of the period that you do reconciliation, you can also look at this and value what they have and also correspond it with this to see what value, if it is correct, and also look at the quantity and the items that were also issued to this department. Hi guys, you are welcome to today's section. This software is QuickBooks Desktop Enterprise. I would advise, if you are a business owner or if you're an accountant, it's important you know that this software is very, very useful for record keeping for your financial transactions, and seamlessly you can check your reports. For the new subscribers, if you are getting to see this video for the first time, please subscribe to this YouTube to this channel. I bet you wouldn't regret, as we bring in vital and interesting videos time to time. For our returning subscriber, I say thank you for being part of the family. Now in this video, we want to look at how we can record and track the cost of items that are transferred between departments, the cost of inventory that are moving between departments. For instance, if you have like 5 departments and you have a store, of course there are some materials that are in the store that those departments will request for. A very good example is table water, another is envelope, another is printing paper. We can have as much as detergent and various types of inventory that are in store that we are not selling. We are not selling these items out to anybody. Rather, we are consuming those items within the organizations. Just like for hotels, for instance, hotels buy raw materials, buy all these proteins, we prepare them in the kitchen and take all those consumables. They are consumed in the department, in the organization. You are not selling them. So how do you keep track of the cost? How do you keep track of these items that are moving out of the store in their value and in quantity? So the first thing you need to do is to recognize the fact that those departments, like let's say we have finance department, we have accounts, we have tax, we have audit, we have maintenance, we have purchasing department, we have various types of departments in an organization. So these departments are requesting for items from the store. In that case, they are the customer to the store, right? So it means we are going to create those departments as a customer in the context that they are requesting an item or getting an item from the store. So we quickly go to customer center. We can add some department here. So let me quickly go to list. So I'll be adding 2 departments. Okay, so here I will select customer. So I want to bring in let's say accounting department and maintenance department. Okay, so I just need these 2 departments. So these are customers in the context that they request for item from the store. So the best thing you should do, the first thing you should do is this, right? Have your customer created in QuickBooks. The next thing you could do is create invoice. Please don't create sales receipt. We are going to create an invoice. Of course, those who are used to, who already know versatile with QuickBooks might say, if you create an invoice, it's going to register an account receivable. Yes, but in this case, I'm not going to input any value, so it's going to be 0. So in that case, it can fly. So let's say accounting department is requesting for, so I wanted to check for item list. Let me see what I have in store. So let's say we have iPhone 14. Okay, so I'm going to be using iPhone 14, but we have 5. So let's just make request for within 5, right? Okay. So now the template, the date, today is 5th of May 2025. Input the invoice number. If there are any information you can input here, you do that. So I'm going to go straight to item code and select iPhone 14. So I'm going to go with 2 for accounting department, then 1 for maintenance department. So the request for this iPhone, their gadget, so that they can make communications and what have you, depending on what the organization make available. So now, so we have 3 million. So we are going to go ahead and input 0 so that it doesn't register the what's it called? It doesn't register an account receivable for us. So we're also going to check our report to ensure that everything we are doing here is accurate. So I'm going to go ahead and save and new. Then I will select for another transaction for maintenance. So maintenance is also requesting for that item, but they're requesting for 3. So let's just say 3. So in this case, we are done. That is 3 plus 2, that's 5. So please, the price should be 0. Very, very important. Otherwise, you have an account receivable registered in the software. I'm going to go ahead and save and close. So before we go ahead let's go to profit and loss first of all. Reports, company and financial, profit and loss standard. Now you will see from profit and loss here that we have cost of goods sold. So let me select 5th to 5th. Yeah, 5 to 5, refresh. So you can see that the cost of goods sold here is 5 million. So if I'm going to double click on that, you will see that the 2 transactions we just did now, invoice for accounting department and maintenance department, one is for 2 million and the other is for 3 million, all total 5 million. So we can just at a glance see from the summary here. But what if we have various we have up to 10 departments that have issued much to those departments? So the best thing to do, you click on this. Once you click on this, you go to total by, you select and total by customer. So you want to see for each customer, for accounting department, this is the value. Remember, this is value. There is no quantity here. This is the value of what you've issued for them within this period. For maintenance department, this is the value you've issued to them within this period, right? If you have issued more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items to the department, of course, we are seeing account receivable here. It's a split, but it's 0 on the account receivable end. But then we have the value of 2 million and 3 million. But you're not seeing the item that are issued here, right? You're not seeing any of this information. So how do we locate those information? But before then, I want us to look at balance sheet to see if we have an account receivable recorded. Okay, so if you go to as of 5th, the account receivable is 5.8. Ooh, let's check if it is this transaction we just recorded now. So as you can see, you see for the debit, these are transactions that have occurred before. So let me just make it to be 5th. 5th. Okay, so now you see that we are having, I'll refresh that. Oh, this is January. So 5th of 5th. Okay, I think this is okay. So once you refresh, you see the 00. This balance is coming from the previous transaction. So you can see 00. Still, we haven't been able to identify the items, right? But we are seeing that there is no account receivable, which is correct. So it means we are doing the right thing. So the next thing you need to do in order to identify the quantity and the items that are issued is to go to report, then go to sales. Of course, issue here means sales, right? Sales. So go to sales, then go to sales by customer detail. Go to sales by customer detail. Very, very important. So as you click on sales by customer detail, already you see accounting department, invoice this accounting department, iPhone 14 to quantity was issued, sales price 0. Very fantastic. This is okay, this is wonderful, this is beautiful. Then the next one, for maintenance department, you have the same information, iPhone 14, and you have the quantity that was issued to, which is 3. So altogether giving us 5. So from here you can see the item and the quantity. Then from, let me go to open windows, from transaction by detail, for the profit and loss, you see the account, the value of the cost value, right? So at the end of the month, or at the end of the period that you do reconciliation, you can also look at this and value what they have, and also correspond it with this to see what value, if it is correct, and also look at the quantity and the items that were also issued to this department. Okay guys, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your notifications so that you get notified whenever I make new videos, like, share, and also spread the news to your friends, those who are also interested. See you guys in my next video, and have a wonderful day ahead.